Students are armouring up against COVID-19. Free booster shots were available to students and staff.
A student finds his unexpected passion at QU. That passion led to the Francis Hall Chapel finding an organist.
And the energy was high in Pepsi Arena. Students took to the stands to support the women's volleyball team in their final regular season matchup.
Hello everyone, welcome to QUTV News. I'm Jay Hamill.
And I'm Chloe Knott. We begin today with COVID boosters.
COVID booster shots were being given to the students and staff at Quincy University. 15 minutes, one shot, and it doesn't even hurt. On Wednesday, November 10th, the Adams County Health Department hung out in the Hawk's Nest and offered booster shots to anyone who received the total dose of Pfizer, Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson. All that was required was a vaccine card and a picture ID. As an aspiring teacher one day, thinking of a kid's health is always a concern.
I work in a school with kids that have many different health conditions, and I personally think that I'm keeping them safer and I am keeping myself safer in a populated environment.
Another student is traveling to Thanksgiving with not only an appetite, but a second dose of protection.
I got it because I'm going home for the holidays, and I'm going to see my grandparents, and I'm going to see all my family, and I would like to be well protected, and I would like to protect my loved ones.
And if you received the first dose, why not get round two?
Well, I'm an asthmatic, so I'd be considered high risk, and since I already got the first one, I thought I'd be more protected from it.
Booster shots are recommended for people aged 18 and older who received their COVID shot at least 6 months ago. Jay Hamill, QUTV News, Quincy.
The university hopes this helps the pandemic and wearing masks around campus. Pfizer is asking the FDA for emergency use authorization for its experimental antiviral pill to treat COVID-19. In a clinical trial, it showed an 89% reduction in the risk of hospitalization or death in patients with mild to moderate COVID-19. The results are from an analysis done before the trial was actually scheduled to end. The new pill, called Paxlovid, also has to be administered with an older antiviral within the first 3 days of COVID symptoms to be effective. Students are doing some great things on campus. One music major is doing something no one else at QU has. The chapel in Francis Hall is usually a quiet place, but QU's first organ major is bringing music back to the chapel. Jessie Mose is a sophomore in the classroom, but also the new coordinator of liturgical ministry and director of sacred music. Mose started to get involved in ministry as a church musician in 8th grade. Since then, he's come a long way.
And then once we got to college, this is when I was actually introduced to the organ, because I was going to start providing music for masses here. And one of the friars took me up here to the choir loft and showed me the organ and asked if I could play it. And I had never touched an organ before that. And it was just a really cool experience. And I was like, since this is one of the first instruments used in the Catholic Church for masses, I thought, why not carry on that tradition?
Despite being the only one in his major, Moses stepped up to the challenge.
So we actually have an adjunct professor who teaches me organ lessons once a week. And yeah, it's just a very good experience with her.
Mose uses the organ for practices, recitals, and masses. So next time you hear the organ throughout Francis Hall, know Jessie Mose is behind it. You can contact campus ministry for more information on mass times and the music department for recital dates.
What better way to start your day than a free cup of coffee? Student Development in the Quest Center offers just that during their Wake Up Wednesday event. The event gives students the opportunity to enjoy a free cup of coffee, cappuccino, or hot chocolate during their study session. Drinks are served each Wednesday morning from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the Student Success Center.
Many student athletes on campus strive to reach their peak performance during their collegiate years.
After the break, we will tell you about a local gym that aims to help student athletes reach their goals.
Taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
Students flocked to Pepsi Arena last week to cheer on the QU women's volleyball team in their final regular season match as they made their push for a conference tournament berth. Aside from the thrill of watching the contest, there were a few other incentives for students to come out and cheer on the Hawks. QUTV's Alex Abashan was there.
QU students received an email last Monday from Dr. Christine Tracy. In the email was this flyer asking students to pack Pepsi Arena for a whiteout game on Wednesday and a blackout game on Saturday. Students that attended received a free QU volleyball shirt, as well as pizza before the game, gift card raffles between sets, and a tailgate on Saturday before the match. Even in the chills of mid-November, students braved the cold to prepare for the Hawks' final regular season matchup.
We're out here bearing the elements. Quincy's got the Lindenwood lines. We're getting loud. Let's go Hawks! Let's go! Let's go!
Inside a much warmer Pepsi Arena, a small sea of black began to populate in the stands as the women's volleyball team celebrated the careers of their seniors. Fueled up with pizza and a whole lot of energy, a very lively student section went to work for the Hawks.
Hey, listen, we got a Hawks blackout tonight. Girls are making a playoff run. It's not a better time to be alive. We got the most electric crowd in all of volleyball and D2 volleyball. Let's get them going for the Hawks.
The rowdy student section provided the spark for an electric performance from the Hawks and a fitting end to their regular season.
Not only is it a blackout game, but it's also a senior night here. And I thought, what better place to take in this experience than the student section? Alex Abashan, QUTV News, Pepsi Arena.
The packing of Pepsi Arena was a success for not only the students, but the Hawks volleyball team as well. Stick around for sports to hear all about the action. A local strength and conditioning coach is helping to develop and produce good athletes here in Quincy. John Graff has taken on the responsibility to help athletes develop their bodies. Eric Stafford reports on the gym's injury prevention workouts.
TAP is short for Total Athlete Performance, where John Graff works to develop athletes' bodies and also to help rehab them. Graff takes a lot of time out of his day to make sure every athlete he works with is on a specific workout or recovery plan, putting every athlete through routines that works on muscles, that are specifically for that sport. Plenty of research also on how to properly help injured players build back muscles through their injuries.
He's taught me a lot of ways to warm up and get stretched out for games and practices that I'm about to get into. Because normally I just walk in the gym, you know what I'm saying, do a little jogging down the back and like I think I'll be ready. But it's like a whole lot of other muscles and tendencies that I didn't really realize I had to stretch out and like get warmed up for me to be a more successful athlete.
Graf works with grade school, college, and pro athletes.
Really helped me by telling me I need to sleep more, stress less, by giving me a lot of things to do in the weight room, specifically for stress, and that's helped me in my game a lot.
Eric Stafford, QUTV News, Quincy.
You can visit TAP at 3032 Broadway Street in Quincy.
It's a magical week for Potterheads, Harry Potter fans that is. 20 years ago yesterday, the first Harry Potter movie hit theatres. The world of witchcraft and wizardry came to life on the big screen with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone kicking off one of the most successful movie franchises ever. With 8 movies in the full series, people grew up with Harry, Hermione and Ron. Now there are costumes, toys, theme park experiences and even hotel rooms inspired by the series. We have seen some pretty cool temperatures in the past week, even a bit of snow.
We sure have.
However, yesterday it warmed up a bit. When we come back, QTV's Michael Wheeler will let us know what's happening in the northwest part of the country.
You taught him how to hit a baseball, how to hit a receiver, the strike zone, the net. You taught him how to hit the upper corner. You even taught him how to hit the open man. But how much time have you spent teaching him what not to hit?
We've got some nice temperatures this week.
But that's not the case around the country.
That's right. I've actually got some video to show you from the Northwest. You'll see that some extreme weather is pummeling the state of Washington. The rain started Friday, pushing many rivers above flood stage and still rising. Hundreds of people have been displaced, and more severe weather is expected through Wednesday night. With the possibility of another storm system at the end of the week, more than 4.5 million people in the Northwest are under flood alerts. So please keep those families in your hearts and in your prayers. But looking at this week's headlines, you'll see that we have many different things going on. We start off with light rain, but then it's followed by sunny days, but it still remains cold. So you never know what you're going to get. But looking at today's temperature, we have a high of 51 degrees and a low of 33. The average of today is usually 48, a few degrees lower. And the average low is 39 degrees. But let the record show that in 2009, the temperature was 68 degrees. That's pretty warm outside. And in 2014, we had a nice and brisk 29 degrees. Today's temperatures, you'll see that it is a little drizzly outside. Temperature is a high of 51, winds coming in from the northwest of 12 miles per hour. Coming in tonight, the rain should go away. Temperature drops just slightly to a high of 47, or a low of 47, excuse me. Winds coming in from the northwest of 9 miles per hour. And headed in tomorrow's forecast, you'll see that the conditions do clear up. High of 51, winds coming in from the northwest of 17 miles per hour. Our event forecast shows that on Friday, it'll be a partly cloudy day with a high of 49. Friday evening, the temperature will drop. Clouds come in the sky, low of 37. And come Saturday, temperature will rise to a high of 56, and the clouds will remain in the sky. It'll be pretty sunny, partly cloudy. But on Thursday, we see that there's a high of 51, a low of 26. On Friday, clouds in the sky, high of 46 and a low of 37. Saturday, same type of temperature, clouds in the sky, high of 49 and a low of 38. On Sunday, we have a high of 56 and a low of 24. Coming in on Monday, same temperature, high of 56, low of 24. On Tuesday, you'll see that it drops significantly, actually, to a high of 39 and a low of 37. And on Wednesday, you'll see that we have a high of 45 and a low of 37 as well. Now, these past weeks, we have been getting different types of temperatures. Just yesterday, it was 60 degrees outside, like t-shirt, tank top type weather. But as the end of November approaches, the weather will get colder, so just be prepared. And that's all we have for today's weather.
Thanks, Micah. Women's volleyball looked to extend their home winning streak to 7 last week at Pepsi Arena.
Stick around to find out how they did, along with all other scores from Hawks Athletics, coming up next on Sports.
To make it your cue for you to do what you love.
Finding your passion is easy at Quincy University. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's degree or looking to go even further, at QU, your professional and academic future is bright. 40 undergrad programs include moments that become experiences, connections that become careers, and relationships that become lifelong support. We want you here. That's why we work hard to ensure that a Quincy University education is affordable. Let us help you put together a plan. Visit discover.quincy.edu to get started.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I lost my mother and brother at the age of 13, which is so hard for a 13-year-old. I never let their death be like a burden to me, but more so of a motivation, because anything that I do from now is for them. I brought my GPA back up to where it should be. Myself and other African Americans or blacks, we all feel that, oh, the criminal justice system is like rigged against us. And that's also kind of like what motivates me to go into forensic psychology. So I'm